Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for the new moon in Capricorn taking place December 23rd, 2022. You don't have to have Capricorn anywhere in your chart to be able to watch this reading. What I do monthly on my channel is take a look at full moon and new moon energies to see what's happening for all of us around these times. Full moon is a time where we often will make changes, adjustments, rearrange things in our life, do magical working, sometimes let things go, purge, release, and kind of like free ourselves up from things that aren't working anymore in order to prepare space at the new moon time to welcome in and receive and attract new things into our life. So it's always curious to me around full moon time what we might be changing, switching up, letting go, and around new moon time what we might be welcoming in or trying to attract, or what new could be entering our life. So let's go ahead and get started with the reading and see what comes up for you for this new moon in Capricorn. For my readings at the new moon and full moon time, I always like to get started with an oracle card that acts as the main energy and or theme of the reading and of the new moon and or full moon time. So let's see. What is the theme or main energy of this new moon in Capricorn, December 23rd, 2022? The last new moon, right, of this year. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Hold on. Look at that. Wish. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. So that's pretty big and positive at the same time. Yeah, if you're watching this and that made you feel happy right away, then that's a good sign. Like if you felt it in your heart when I pulled over that card, or if let's say you had what I could like to call like a mini heart attack. I'm not sure if any of you have ever experienced that, right? Where you get like a surge of energy hit your heart space right away. Sometimes it can be a little, I would say maybe scary sometimes, but sometimes it can be exciting and surprising and happy. Like you'll know how that feels when you receive that in your heart. But that's what that kind of gave me, like a big surprise, and a surprise of excitement, right? Where it's like a surge of energy, like, yes, right? That's how that felt, like a big yes. So if you have been trying to manifest, all right, if you have been focusing on something on your heart for quite some time and giving a lot of energy and effort into it and being faithful and loyal, right, to the way that you have been putting that energy out into the universe in order to attract it back in. If you have been doing that work, right, this is saying that your heart's desire, your wish come true, the manifestation that you've been putting a lot of time and energy into, spiritually, energetically, faithfully, and loyally, it's on its way. And that's a huge sign. So again, when I felt that big energy of surprise or yes, right, like what I would say the mini heart attack of surprise or a happy realization, that's what that's saying. It is saying that yes, this is a yes for you. So this is a yes card. A yes to your desires come true, a yes to your manifestations, a yes to the things that you have been trying to attract into your life. So if you were wondering at any time if this was ever going to happen for you, if it was ever going to come through or come true, the answer is yes. Okay, so I also have healing with the angels. And it's beautiful that this is a new moon, right? And again, like I said, at new moon time, we want to see what it is that we're welcoming in, what it is that we're attracting into our life. So this is new energy coming towards you, and it's related to your heart's desire. It's related to your manifestation. So the new that it's coming towards you at this new moon time has to do with your wish fulfillment. Let's see, healing with the angels. What else can we find out about this new moon? Look at that, meditation. And I do feel led to grab one more. Trust. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, I mean, think about it here. when we are trying to visualize, manifest, and attract things into our life, a lot of times it does start with a meditative practice, right? We have to imagine, we have to get into our head a little bit, get into our heart, and combine those two energies of thought and feeling in order to manifest and attract the things that we desire to see manifest in our reality. So I feel like this card is showing up to say, you have been meditating on this. You have been doing your visualization work, maybe some of you your affirmation work. But again, you have been doing the spiritual work to attract this in. And it feels like, to me, it's already been done. It's you already put the energy out there the way that you were supposed to. You were loyal and faithful to the vision. You haven't given up on it. You've been focused on it. And the trust energy is saying, like I said earlier, it felt like a yes with this card, right? A big yes. So if you were wondering, it's a yes. And then we have the trust card saying, all you have to do is continue to have faith and trust. Trust that it's on its way. Trust that your heart's desire is ready to come true. Because you've already done the meditative work, the spiritual work to align with this and to attract it. So it's just a matter of time before it's drawn down from the spiritual realm where you created it, and it materializes and manifests physically so you can physically experience it. And I think that life is all about experiences and the desire to expand. So this is also giving me the vibe that your heart's desire, your wish come true, whatever that may mean to you, it's a way for you to expand, a way for you to have further experiences. And through those experiences, we learn, we grow, we evolve. So it's feeling like this is part of the next chapter of your journey, experiencing this wish fulfillment so you can evolve and grow and expand further in your human experience. I think they're related. I totally think they're related. The feeling is here, it's like you don't want this just to want this. You know what I mean? Your higher self wants this so you can expand and experience further. So you can evolve further. Because you will evolve further through this new experience via your heart's desire. So it's purposeful is what I'm trying to get at. The wish fulfillment, the manifestation, the things that you have been desiring for your life, it's just a desire to expand further. And your soul needs that next level of experience to evolve further and beyond where you are right now. So trust that the wish fulfillment's coming. Trust that that thing you've been working on and meditating on and visualizing is arriving. Trust that it's ready to come true. So I love this trust card because it's just telling me that that's confirmation that it's on its way. Confirmation that you've been doing the work. Okay, so I have the Good Karma Tarot. Let's see, December 23rd, 2022, new moon in Capricorn. Let's see what else can we find out and learn about this. 3 cards. All right, 1, 2, and 3. And if I need another, I'll just grab off to the side. But let's see what we have. Look at that, 2 of Cups. That is the energy of alignment, union, partnership, coming together. It could be alignment within yourself or alignment with that thing that you want to attract, whether it be a wish, whether it be love, whether it be a business relationship or partnership, whether it be somebody who's going to kind of be that helping hand, because sometimes we need a sidekick, right? Or that dynamic duo. Sometimes Spirit aligns us with someone who has an aspect of what we need to help accomplish our goals, because sometimes we can't always do it alone. And this is the feeling of you coming in to alignment with people, places, things, and situations and scenarios to help this wish fulfillment come through and come along and help it develop in the way that you need it to, in a very balanced way, because it's a number 2. So let's see what else we have here. Oh, look at that. The High Priestess. Okay, the first thing I got just now was that you don't necessarily have the how and the when. You don't know necessarily how this is all going to come together and how you're going to align with this. But the High Priestess operates in a state of trust. She trusts her higher self. She trusts spirit. She trusts the way that the universe works. She trusts that what she envisions for herself will find a way to materialize and manifest. And she trusts that she will find a way to arrive at it, and or it'll find a way to arrive right towards her. So what else do we have here? Look at that. Power, energy, confidence. Okay, with the Emperor's energy. Aries over here. Isn't there, I could be wrong, but isn't Jupiter in Aries around this time? I'm not big on astrology. I mean, I know a little bit, but it's not my forte. So if somebody could let me know in the comments, that'd be great. But I could have sworn Jupiter is also in Aries around this new moon in Capricorn time, which makes sense why this Emperor is here. Because the Emperor is saying that, you know, you're coming into this place of, again, having confidence in your higher self, having confidence in your journey moving forward, conquering the life that you want, solidifying it. It's a number 4. Setting the foundation for it, prepping for it, building upon it. So this is all about you, again, coming into alignment with those things that you've been visualizing, meditating on your life, having faith, loyally, and trusting in that would eventually materialize, and then taking physical, practical steps, right, to build it, to develop it, to secure it with that Emperor energy. And then not only that, just having such a confidence about how you're moving forward with it as well. One of the most important things here to me is that you are fully in alignment to receive this, to move in the direction of it, and to have a plan to acquire it or access it. And if you don't necessarily feel like you have a plan quite yet, then the High Priestess and the Emperor as a combo is telling me that these things will make themselves known to you quite soon. So you can take physical action, inspired action, motivated and ambitious action in the direction of it. So the universe with the High Priestess, I feel, is like about to reveal these things to you, because she's scrying into her crystal ball, right? And you may not have all the answers quite yet. Like I said, you may not know the how and the why, or the when, or whatever. You don't have all the details. But in a sense, that's not really your concern to focus on how or when it's going to all come about. Your focus should be on the trusting aspect that it will. And that it will fall into place. Because we see that the Emperor has a plan, right? She's holding paperwork in her hand. So it's kind of like she has a plan. So I feel like the universe is going to deliver you a plan, deliver you the know-how, deliver you the insight that you need, the intuitive insight that you desire to align with this properly. And the High Priestess is saying here, there's, again, a surprise aspect, a secret aspect about it all. And that's okay. It's about surrendering to the mystery of it all in trust that it is coming through. It is coming true for you. That you are, with the Two of Cups, aligning with it. Whether it be love, whether it be business, whether it be a career goal or aspect, you are uniting with it, with that Two of Cups energy. And it is a little bit of a mysterious way that it will develop with the High Priestess. But trust that the universe with the Emperor has a plan. And you will have that plan revealed to you soon enough. Like I said, the little adrenaline rush of excitement, or that little mini heart attack you might feel at the surprise of something, at the realization of something, the excitement that comes through with that. All right. And that's why there was an aspect of surprise that I was picking up from this card. And that would be tied into the High Priestess energy, because the High Priestess sometimes has secrets, right? She doesn't reveal all her secrets up front. Sometimes they come through in a surprising way, an unexpected way. And even though you're walking into the unknown, or you feel like some aspects of how the wish fulfillment is going to come through is still unknown to you, there's an element of surprise. And the High Priestess will reveal her secrets, always in good time. So again, the vibe is, during this new moon, set your intentions, but do it in trust. Do it with trust and faith. Do your little new moon rituals and connect with your higher self, trusting that you are being united with the very thing on your heart, and that Spirit has a plan. And that plan will soon be revealed. So I also feel led to say to you to take your meditation work, maybe this new moon, your visualization work, right, your manifestation work, take it very seriously, because it feels like there's a powerful magnetic energy to attract you to it that much more. Two of Cups. I feel like the magnetic energy there that I'm picking up in the reading is coming from this card. So, you know what? I'm curious to see what's underneath the deck for everyone. Bear with me while I try to adjust this light. There we go. It's a little better. Let's see what's underneath the deck. Whenever I look underneath the deck, that is basically what's underneath the surface. Maybe a hidden influence you're not quite seeing yet. Maybe it's something you already are aware of, but it's, again, playing an influence. So let's see what's underneath the surface. Look at that. More alignment, more confirmation, right, of the energetic work that you have been doing. So Temperance is definitely an energy of healing, alignment, alchemy, transmutation. It's about balance. It's about also, underneath the surface, about finding the perfect recipe. So when I see this underneath the surface, it's basically telling me that Spirit, underneath the surface, in the realms that you can't necessarily see or aren't fully aware of yet, again, the secretive energy of the High Priestess, there is an alchemy or alchemization, I think that's the word, taking place, right? A solution being, or how would I explain this? It's kind of like there's a recipe, a solution to help bring this all about, the heart's desire, to help bring the heart's desire about, to help you unite with it. I think also underneath the surface, there's been a lot of healing work on your end to help prepare you for this. And I think that healing work, in conjunction with the recipe that Spirit is working up for you, okay? And what I mean by recipe is kind of like the math equation or the code, the cheat code that's being worked up, right, to align you with this wish fulfillment. That's what's happening under the surface, even where you can't see it. Spirit is helping to find the solution to this and align you with it at the same time. And the reason why I say recipe as well, and I'm using that word, is because the Temperance energy is basically the mixologist, right? You have 2 cups normally in that card, and they're mixing and pouring in order to find the proper concoction, or the perfect harmony and balance between 2 different energies. And that feels like what the universe is doing on your behalf. So you've been doing the meditative and spiritual work as well. You've been doing the healing work to prepare for this. But on the other side, Spirit has also been bringing this all together and finding the proper alignment of every piece of the puzzle to bring this about harmoniously for you. Because if one hair is out of place, you see what I'm saying, or one ingredient in the mix is missing, it wouldn't align the way it's supposed to. And it's like, whenever a meal is being cooked, right, we don't want to leave anything out that's supposed to be in there. We want to make sure that it's perfect, right, when it's finished and it tastes delicious and that it's fully cooked and prepared, so that way when we're ready to sit down and eat, we can enjoy it. And that's the feeling of this temperance underneath the surface. Spirit has been working up and adjusting and finding the perfect balance in the recipe of how everything is going to come together and come about. Again, come together and come about, Two of Cups, to make this happen for you. And it's also this feeling of protection, because the guardian angel is in that card as well. So this whole journey to arriving at this heart's desire has been protected that way. And part of this journey to the next level, right, of what you're looking to manifest is part of further growth on the journey. So you've been doing the work, Spirit's been doing the work as well. And it's all in preparation to kind of take you to the next level, to level you up in your human experience so you can further grow, further expand, further experience, and evolve through your experiences. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a few little oracle cards and see what else we get, and then I'm going to grab a final for everybody along with angel numbers at the end of the reading. So let's see. Oh, okay. Don't know what that was. Look at that, new life. Whoa, and the seeds that you have planted are showing signs of life coming to fruition, right? Look at that, the voice. That is also very much tied into the High Priestess energy, because we have to listen to our inner voice. We have to trust our intuition and our instincts. We also have to affirm, right, things verbally as well, because words are magic. So again, if you've been doing your affirmation work, if you have been putting those thoughts and those words out into the universe to affirm that your wish is coming true, right? That would all tie into that. Also trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts along this journey towards your manifestation and your heart's desire. Okay, so we have the fear energy. I feel that's tied into the temperance. You've conquered your fears, okay? You've worked through those things. And I feel like I do want to grab another one just because I'm going to put that here. But the feeling is here. A lot of times, in order to reprogram our mind, our thought process, maybe intrusive thoughts or whatever, in order to reprogram our paradigm, we have to use a lot of affirmations. And, you know, it's just our way of kind of like retraining our brain to think differently instead of falling back into the old programming. And I feel like that's what this is all about. I feel like I said, I was getting the vibe that this manifestation is purposeful. What you're about to manifest and attract into your life with this new moon is purposeful, because part of the experience of attracting it, arriving at it, receiving it, is to further level you up, to further have you evolve. And the road to this manifestation maybe helped you work through a lot of that previous programming, fear, ideas of limitation. So the journey to arrive at this was a healing one, to help shift your thought process and your thoughts about yourself or your journey or your worth or your value, you see. it's been that healing, transmutative journey with the temperance underneath the surface as well. So it's saying to me, you've conquered a lot of your fears. You've changed how you speak about maybe yourself. And you've healed, you've conquered over these things also with the Emperor. And you've brought yourself into balance and alignment with the Two of Cups as well. So I feel like there was a lesson involved in this manifestation process. A lesson to help you move through past and overcome a lot of your fears, your limiting beliefs, and all of that stuff. So as you were manifesting your heart's desire, you were also shifting your paradigm, shifting your timeline, changing the way you thought, shifting your vibration about yourself, or your thoughts about yourself and your vibration. It was all part of the process to arriving at this manifestation. Like I said, you had to prepare the vessel, in a sense, to receive it. Like I said, you were doing the work to prepare for this. The manifestation process itself of your heart's desire was healing you. And now that you are in alignment, now that you are healed, you've done this spiritual work, you've conquered your fears, you've claimed, right? I feel like I claimed your voice. I don't know why that came, but you took back your power, okay, Emperor, and reclaimed I don't know why I'm getting vibes of like inner voice. You've taken control over it, maybe. Because again, think about it. We have two sides. We have sometimes that voice that talks shit basically to us, and then we have that other side of us that, you know, is positive and encouraging. And then sometimes the doubts creep in and start talking nonsense. And the feeling is here. You've taken control back of your thought process, of the way you talk to yourself, of those fears that would creep in, or limiting thoughts that would creep in and try to maybe talk down to you or tell you it's not possible. And it's as a result of doing that work, being kinder to yourself, right? Speaking better to yourself type of thing, working through all that. You know, the seed was planted during all that process of you doing that shadow work. The seed was planted during, maybe for some of you, some dark moments, right? But that had to take place first. But this card is saying that the seed that you've planted is showing signs of life. And you were healed through the process of that. At the same time, in the dark, right? Because the seeds are planted in the dark. You were healed through that. And the feeling is the healing had to occur first before the wish and the heart's desire could come through. And we see that here with the temperance underneath the surface. And the whole time you've been doing the work, also Spirit was aligning things for you as well. And even though you were maybe going through the shadow work with this energy, you were still loyal to the vision that you had for yourself. You were still faithful in your practice, right? To work through those fears and take your power back. So this new moon does feel like a culmination of sorts. Like it's all been leading up to this. Like all the work that you've previously done was all leading up to this new moon. Like it feels like, you know what? It feels like all of 22. It feels like all of 22, right? So 2022 was preparing you for what you're about to receive. So some of you have probably been doing some serious shadow work this year, taking your power back, that way, healing yourself through the process of your manifestation work. Because again, think about it. Let's say we're doing a manifestation, or we're working on visualizing something and manifesting something. Our higher self knows it's possible, knows it's already ours the minute we envisioned it. But you have fears that creep in to try to make you doubt or believe it's not possible. And as you were being loyal and faithful to your vision, your manifestation, you were pushing through the fears. You were actually pushing the fears away, pushing them aside, and not letting them have control the way they used to. And that was a necessary part of arriving at it, at arriving at the manifestation. And all that was, again, purposeful. There was a lesson there in that process of constantly pushing the fears away, the limiting beliefs away. It grew your confidence in yourself, in your journey, in what's possible for you. It shifted you out of a pattern, maybe a paradigm. It maybe helped you shift out of an old timeline and into a better one, where your wish fulfillment is accessible. The only way that you can shift out of the old and into the new is if you change, right? Your vibration to align with what it is that you want. Because, again, the universe can only deliver to you what you believe. And if you don't believe it to be possible or true, how could the universe ever deliver it? So you had to learn that it was possible. You had to learn that you were possible in order for now the universe to, with the Two of Cups, bring you into contact with it. Okay? And all that was being done throughout this whole year. Your confidence has shifted and grown. You're trusting yourself more. And now the seed that you've planted in that dark space, in that dark place, maybe where you were doing your healing, is now starting to show signs of life. And your heart's desire and wish is about to come true. And you should be proud of yourself, because it feels like you did the work to receive it and access it. All right, so let's see what we have here. Look at that. Perseverance. Absolutely. You persevered through your fears. You see that? And salmon, okay, fish are a symbol of abundance, and salmon swim upstream. They go against the current, but they have a purpose. And it's not an easy journey. Their desire is to spawn and multiply, so they will swim upstream to make sure that happens. And sometimes when we're going through stuff, it does feel like we're swimming upstream. But that does make us stronger, and it pushes us. If we have a purpose, it pushes us. We push ourselves, even through our fears. You persevered. Through your fears, you continued to trust, and you were still loyal to your vision, despite maybe those challenges. And like I said, this whole journey of healing, of being faithful and loyal to your vision, and retraining your programming, your mind, your thoughts, right? Shifting your paradigm. It was all to help you arrive at the goal. Because salmon do have a purpose and a goal. Their goal is to spawn. And it's not always the most like, it's not the easiest journey to arrive at that goal. But again, the journey, you were being prepared for it. You were given the stamina and the perseverance to arrive at this, and you've been faithful and loyal to your purpose, to your vision, to your manifestation. And even when it was hard, you probably kept pushing, and you didn't give up. You continued to trust, even through your fears, even through your doubts. And it's that very thing, right, that's helping to make this seed that you've planted grow, sprout, and become. And you know what? The salmon don't stop. They don't stop. They keep going. And this is saying to me also, you have what it takes to arrive at your goal. And you have everything that you need to help arrive at it. And you have persevered through much, but a lot of your challenges, your fears, and everything that you have persevered through was all in preparation to unite with it. And then it's like, once you receive it, there's further expansion that takes place in that experience of having manifested it. So again, nothing was in vain. Not any aspect of the journey to arriving at this wish fulfillment was ever in vain. Part of it was meant to heal you, evolve you. And then once it's, right, manifested in front of you, you're meant to expand further through that experience of having it. So I have the Enchanted Map Oracle here. Let's see what the final message is here. And I'm going to read directly from the book. So that's the Enchanted Map. Let's see what we have. What? That's awesome. Spark. Shoot, let's see what it says. I know this is a really good card. I've gotten it once before. Beautiful. Okay. So it says, Spark, you are a clear channel for divine creativity. You see that? And think about that for a second. When you plant the seed, and you set an intention, and you visualize it, right, through your meditative practices or whatever it is you're doing, you are co-creating with spirit. And it's like I said, the minute you visualized it, it was already created, it was already done. Okay? So this is saying here, you're a clear channel for divine creativity. Yeah, you have been, even through the shadow work, you were still creating. You were still co-creating. You were planting many seeds. And then, not only that, working through your fears at the same time. So talk about like so much happening all at once, even in the spaces that you didn't fully understand. Even in those spaces that you couldn't see what was happening underneath the surface, like a seed that's planted. You don't know, and you can't see the growth taking place underneath the soil, but it's happening. So even when you were doubting yourself, you were still creating, working through, and you were still placing yourself in alignment with your wish fulfillment. So again, if at any moment you doubted yourself and you doubted that, your manifestations were working, please know, yes, they were. Yes, this is happening for you. Because your higher self it feels like your higher self was in control. Your ego might come in to kind of, again, talk shit. But your higher self was in a full trusting state and still creating with the Most High. So, and this is a 34, 3 plus 4 is 7. So 7 is a number of a spiritual path, lots of spiritual growth. Sometimes there's challenges that take place through that spiritual evolution and process. But this is all part of your spiritual path and purpose. Something about this manifestation, this wish fulfillment, this heart's desire is all part of your spiritual growth path and purpose. Arriving at it is all part of, like, the journey itself to getting there. It was all part of this, the path and the purpose. Well, they say it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Pretty much. All right, so let's keep going. There's a spark of creativity in you, and I read both reverse and upright in case you resonate. There's a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Open yourself to inspiration. Allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co-creating it. Like I said, even if you don't have the full picture of the how, right, and the when, Spirit has a plan, and that plan will be revealed to you at the proper time. The secrets of the High Priestess will get revealed at the proper time. Spirit does have a plan to make this happen for you, right? This is the perfect time to give birth to an idea, start a new relationship or job. Look at that. All this new energy surrounding you right now. It's in perfect alignment to help you attract and receive. So it's the perfect time to give birth to a new idea, start a new relationship or job, or begin in any endeavor. Attraction. There you go. This is confirming everything. It says attraction is high as you connect with others who can co-create joyous experiences. Remember I said earlier in the reading that Spirit will align you with the right people, places, and things to help you manifest this, because again, sometimes we can't always do it alone, right? So attraction is high as you connect with others who can create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Watching a spark turn to a flame and stoking that fire is a gratifying activity. Yeah, because it's all about being loyal and passionate and not letting the fire go out for your vision, right? That's why the Emperor is here. Don't give up. They stay motivated and ambitious towards their goals, and they operate, right, in that confidence. So the reverse message says, sometimes your fire gets doused by others who don't want you to be all that you can be. In that case, you need to move away from the water lest things get too damp. The spark card is in reverse, let's say. Position may also indicate that you're allowing yourself to be so consumed by a thought, feeling, or situation that you're in danger of becoming completely burnt out. Compulsion and impulsiveness must be tempered now. Rest by a warm fire, let things die down a bit. Then you'll see if the true spark will still be there. If not, you can always light another fire another time. That's actually good advice. Absolutely. So if anything has doused your flame in some way, okay, don't push anything at this time, right? Allow things to kind of run their course in a sense. And you'll know when the right time to get back into it is, if that's the case for some of you. I believe that, yeah, there might be some fears involved, some doubts, some insecurities. It could be others that might be projecting that fear onto you as well. And you've had to kind of work through that. That's possible, especially with the fear card here, and the perseverance energy. And maybe the voice, you know, who knows what kind of words are being projected at you to make you doubt yourself. So if you've doubted yourself at any time, okay, this is saying, you know, take a time out to kind of recalibrate and regroup. Okay. If you need that time out, that's okay. Allow yourself that. But also the feeling is here to say, don't let the fire go out completely. And you'll know when the right time to light and stoke the fire is again. Okay, so don't doubt yourself. If you need a I would say if you need a break, maybe even, you know, for some of us, you kind of need a break from manifesting or from thinking about it all the time too. And that's okay, because that's a little bit of surrender at the same time, to give yourself that space and say, you know what, I'm not going to think about it right now. I'll think about it tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day, right? Gone with the Wind. Vivian Lee, she said that in the movie. I'll think about it tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. That's okay too. But just know that even in the silent spaces where you're not really putting much thought into it, you're still creating, okay? So even when you think you've given up on it, you kind of haven't. You just surrendered. You just let go and allow the universe to do what it needs to do on your behalf. So let's go ahead and get some angel numbers. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice. The numbers that come up can confirm a lot of what I've said in this reading and or provide you with a special message perhaps that you need personally. I don't like to give you a source to look up the numbers because for one, it could be one you don't like. And also I don't like to ever imply that one source is better of another, because there's lots on the internet, and trust me, you will come across one that you connect with. And once you do, that's the one. Okay, that's the one for you. Not only that, if I gave you a shortcut to an interpretation, I might rob you of having further experiences, right? Sometimes we need to do the research for ourselves to come across other synchronicity and serendipity that Spirit needs us to find to help us along the journey. So if I gave you the interpretation off the bat, I might rob you of that experience. Don't want that to happen, so that's why I don't give it to you. Also, I ask that everybody please refrain from putting the number interpretation in the comment section for the same reason. We do not want to rob anybody of finding their own magic, okay? So I'm going to start with one dice at a time, see what number we get to help with this new moon reading. 7. No way. Look at that. That confirms to me the 7 of your final oracle card. So let's see what else we get. 0. 1. So 7, 0, 1 is your angel number. I'm going to put that number in the screen so you can see it better. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Maybe consider joining my channel membership as well, or perhaps visiting my Etsy shop. I do make handmade crystal jewelry there. You can support me that way also. So I will leave you here. Merry Yule to everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I wish you the very, very best. So take care of yourselves. Enjoy your holiday season. Much love to everybody, and always keep shining.